to be on a streaming service as opposed to over-the-air TV?
I don't know. I'm listening on the radio.
Yeah, I knew that answer was coming.
No, as I understand correctly, because there was that issue that Valley Sports is going bankrupt. They have filed bankruptcy, but they are going to maintain, for now anyway, the same broadcasting deal that had been done.
Okay, so they are going to be on Bally then.
Yeah, there still might be some other streaming opportunities that Major League Baseball is engaged, but as I understand it, there is no change while they're undergoing their bankruptcy reorganization.
All right, cool.
Though I couldn't find it on Spectrum, but for today's game, so we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting question.
Thanks, Art.
Thanks, Paul.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye now. And let's talk to Owen in Gladwin. Owen, good morning.
Hello. I found it on my TV app, and it's on channel 31 at 3:05. The Tigers and the Rangers.
What is channel 31 on your system? Channel 31 doesn't mean anything to us.
Charter. Valley
Okay.
Sports.
Valley Sports. Okay, you found it on Valley Sports. Good.
I have a question that you need to ask Mr. Henny, and maybe he can do it during his farm show. When's the last time we had 7 major winter storms since Valentine's Day to now?
I don't know. You're right, though. It was a late winter season, particularly for you guys up north.
And another thing I have, that juvenile system there broken in Michigan?
The what?
We have 2 prisons sitting empty in this state.
Yep.
Or maybe more. But my point is, why can't we reopen the Standish prison and put all the juveniles into the Standish prison and make it like a rehabilitation center, education center, and make them work and make them exercise, make them, right, be there to learn an education. If they learn it by 18 and they think they're not going to get any more trouble, then we can release them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, interesting idea. Idea.
Anything more like 2 years, they go to this center, and we can just rehabilitate the center and make it as a youth prison.
Not bad. I like it.
And we can take all that extra money that they say they have and put that towards youth center.
All right. Good enough, Owen.
So that's just my idea.
Great. Love it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Have a good day. And let's talk to Joe in Saginaw before we take a break here. Joe, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Art. This is Joe, and you and I worked together back 1991 when we had the amateur radio convention here, brought in 4,000 people from around the country.
Oh, yeah.
And Canada.
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited for the hockey people. I think it's a terrific opportunity. I'm just very proud of it.
Good deal.
And I wonder if you can tell me, is it going to be like one weekend or several weekends?
It's 13 days.
13 straight days?
It's 13 days. Yeah, it's from the 22nd of May into June. There's a round-robin tournament, and then there are the semifinals, and then the finals stretched out over that period of time.
Wonderful, because we have so many things here to share with them that go along with hosting people of that nature. So
absolutely.
Thank you for all the good work you do, and I'm very proud of those people. Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, take care.
Take care. Bye-bye now. All right, lines open for you. We'll take a break and then come back with more.
Mark your calendars for Our Kids World, Saturday, April 8th, from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m., sponsored by Francis Ray Academy and powered by Sarah Automotive. Free admission, Easter egg hunt, pictures with the Easter Bunny brought to you by the Exchange Clubs of Saginaw, and so much more. Plus, bounce out that energy in the kids zone with bounce houses provided by Bouncing Bellas. If your business would like to be involved, call 989-752-3456. Our Kids World, Saturday, April 8th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Fashion Square Mall, sponsored by Francis Ray Academy.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com. RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's March, and you know what that means? Taxes are almost due. Jackson Hewitt can help you win tax season. That's the sound of your maximum tax refund. The sound of getting 50% off tax prep. The sound of many of our competitors' prices going up. And the sound of getting to your nearest Jackson Hewitt. Hurry in for 50% off tax prep before this offer expires April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald. This is the Fox Business Report.
The economy expanded at a 2.6% pace at the end of last year. The fourth quarter GDP reading is slightly weaker than first reported. The revised reading is also slower growth than expected. Jobless claims numbers were little changed last week, a sign of a continuing tight labor market. The number of new claims for unemployment benefits came in at 198,000. New claims have been below 200,000 for 10 of the last 11 weeks. And the number of continuing claims, those still receiving benefits, came in at 1.68 million. Electronic Arts is cutting hundreds of jobs, though it didn't reveal any. The video game company is cutting 6% of its workforce, and Roku says it will cut 600 workers and will scale back its office space. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Inflation is nothing more than legalized theft. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and to preserve your wealth, I highly recommend keeping physical gold in your retirement account. To learn more, text the word SHELTER to 989898 to get a free info kit on gold IRAs from Birch Gold, which is the only gold IRA company. So text SHELTER to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
WSW Online poll for you is about American values with that recent Wall Street Journal NOC survey. Compare responses from 25 years ago, finding when it comes to the questions of patriotism, religion, and raising children, the response percentage-wise are down compared to 25 years ago. Patriotism, 25 years ago, 70% very important, now 38%. The importance of religion, 62% then, 39% now. And raising children, 59% then, now it's 30%.
Those are pretty some significant drops there.
By contrast, having money was the only value that was up from 25 years ago. So the WSW poll question for you, what is your view regarding American values of patriotism, religion, and raising children? You can vote, I think these values are very important. I don't think these values are very important. You can vote, you think that the having money value is more important, or you're not sure. You head to WSW.com. Scroll down the homepage, you will find a poll box, and you can make your vote that way with WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Art Lewis Show. I had a question from Ryan in the comment area of StreamYard, wanting to know if they're going to remodel the Dow Event Center for the Memorial Cup. The answer is yes and no. And here's what I mean by yes and no. No, as to the exterior, for example, the atrium and all that, fairly new anyway. So that will not get remodeled, but there will be changes. And those changes have to do with a number of things. They will rebuild, remodel, and expand the visiting players' dressing room and some of the other dressing areas. They are going to add some suites. There's going to be bathrooms up on the mezzanine level, which is, we call it the catwalk, where the broadcast media side is and where the special guests are and where there's the Morley suite is up there. And my understanding is they're going to put in an elevator to the mezzanine, which a lot of us have been calling for years. Thank you, Memorial Cup. So, yes, there will be some changes. They might not be totally visible to the crowd. I imagine they'll also do some sprucing up and, doing some fix up and polishing up where it needs to be done. But yeah, it's going to cost somewhere in the neighborhood. The number I heard Robert Bellman say was about $8.5 million of modifications to the Dow. So that's something that will take place over the next year and have to do it without interrupting all of the other programs and shows that happen at the Dow. So they'll have to work that out. All right. And as I said, we're going to talk more about that later with Craig Goslin from the Spirit. Baseball season is upon us. Tigers, actually, the game starts at 3:10 this afternoon. But you'll hear them on the air at 2:45 as the season gets underway. You have probably heard, maybe even seen, that there are a number of changes in the play of the game. So I thought we'd just go over the four major changes. First, the new shift rule. For those of you that are not baseball fans or haven't watched a lot, over the last number of years, there's been this trend to shift infield players all to one side or the other side of the field, depending who the batter was. Well, the new shift rule, at the start of each pitch, teams must have at least two infielders on either side of second base, with all four positioned on the infield dirt. Infielders may not switch positions unless there is a substitution. So the notion of one of the infielders being a short outfielder on the grass is gone. The notion that three or four are all on one side of second base is gone. They all have to maintain infield positions. That's the new shift rule. I actually call it the anti-shift rule. Next, and this one you have heard about, I'm sure, that is the pitch clock. There is a 30-second timer between batters and a time limit between pitches. After receiving the ball from the catcher or umpire, pitchers are required to begin their motion within 15 seconds with the bases empty or within 20 seconds with runners on base. Hitters must be in the batter's box and ready for the pitch by the time the clock reaches 8 seconds. Larger bases. The bases are now 18 inches square. Previously, they were 15 inches square. That decreases the distance between first, second, and third base by 4.5 inches. Home plate stays the same size, but running from home to first will be 3 inches shorter. This one I didn't realize until I read this. This is on pickoff limits. Pitchers are now limited to a maximum of 2 pickoff attempts per plate appearance. If a pitcher attempts a third pickoff throw and doesn't get the runner out, it's an automatic balk, and all runners move up 1 base. All of this has been done for one reason only. Not because it makes a better game, because let's face it, the shift, a tool of management to try and prevent the other team from scoring or getting hits, made the game interesting. But there are a lot of people that didn't like the shift. So they're looking to shorten games. And apparently, it's working. Game times plummeted from 3 hours and 1 minute to 2 hours and 26 minutes. And all of these rule changes have been tried and true in the preseason games. But there are also other little, tweaks within this. The hitters will be able to determine to start the clock because he can have an allotted timeout instead of the automatic timer resetting at 15 or 20 seconds, permitting the pitcher to hold the ball as long as he chooses. The hitters can decide when the clock starts. I don't understand all that. Pitchers will continue to get extra time to return to their positions. If they back up home, first or third base, timer will not start until they reach the infield grass. Catcher will also receive additional time if an inning ends when he's on base, at bat, or on the on-deck circle. All kinds of little things. The memo instructs bat boys and bat girls to have a player's bat ready if he's due up to lead off an inning. And, as these rules take effect, we'll find out if it's good for the game or not good for the game. What do you think? What do you think about the pitch clock? I mean, I have to say, one of my gripes in listening and watching to baseball over the many, many years that I've done it has always been the waste of time. The batters got to step out, adjust their gloves, beat on their shoes, walk around. The pitcher's got to go off the mound, look at his hat, do all that stuff. And it does waste a lot of time. But I'm also a purist. I like the game the way it was designed. I don't want, for example, artificial intelligence umpires. I want real live people. It makes the game interesting. And I think that if they change the game too much, and it becomes too automated, if you will, I don't think it's going to be the same game. So I'm kind of torn. I want to see how well these timers work. Because it is frustrating to watch these guys waste so much time. Yet on the other hand, it's part of the game. It's part of the psychology of the game, psyching each other out. Be interesting to see. Opening season, opening game today. We'll find out. Take a break, come back, and we have a Joe on the phone for us. We'll get to him in a moment.
Back in front for Misa, they score! Brilliant passing play. Michael Misa capitalizes.
Hey, Spirit fans, this is Dylan Clark, play-by-play voice of your Saginaw Spirit. Beard have a first-round date with the Flint Firebirds. After winning the I-75 Divide Cup, the stakes are even higher, and the Spirit need your support now more than ever. Game 1 of this best-of-7 series is this Thursday night at the Dow Event Center. Tickets are going fast, so get yours now. Go to SaginawSpirit.com or the Spirit store on State Street, and we'll see you Thursday night for Game 1.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
Dazzling decal on Daisy's Donuts window. Bold banner at Berry. Prominent poster at Penny's on Park Place.
This is your sign. Well, signs. To try Staples and see the difference. Get $15 off signs, banners, and posters when you spend $75 or more.
From Staples, and I couldn't miss it.
Ends 4/15. Visit staplesconnect.com/printbig for details.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
Eric was way behind on his taxes. I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments. The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force. They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do. Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief. When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3. Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem. I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything. Take Eric's advice. If you have a tax, Optima Tax now. Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, WSGW listeners. This is Mitch with Paintball on Bay Road in Saginaw. Do you remember in January when Paintball gave you the chance to win a complete detailing package for your vehicle? Well, we're doing it again. Now that spring's here, it's a great time to get rid of all that dirt, grime, and salt that's been building up all winter. We'll steam clean your carpets and seats, clean your wheels and engine bay, dress the tires, plus include a hand wash and wax and a tire shine and more. It's a $238 value. For your chance to win, enter online at WSGW.com. Scroll down and find the paintball box. You can enter once a day and find all the rules and details. Entry deadline is Thursday, March 30th at midnight. We'll determine the winner. Again, I'm Mitch from Paintball, and we're ready to make your vehicle look and feel like new again. Remember, Paintball is your go-to for minor collision repair, along with professional detailing, rust proofing, and much more. Make sure you enter the paintball contest online at WSGW.com.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios, you are listening to 100.5 and 790 WSGW.
All right, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show, and let's get back to our phones. We have Joe with us. Joe, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Hey, you know, when you were talking earlier on the program about the strike announcers for Detroit, Ernie Howell, and so forth.
Yeah.
You're probably too young to remember Harry Heilman.
I heard about him, but you're right. I was not here when he was on.
Yeah, you were probably not here when he was
Yeah, I came in 74.
Interestingly enough, years and years ago, the information used to come by telegraph.
Yeah.
And when I was in Boy Scouts, and we learned all about Morse code, the trick was to sit there, listen to the game, and try to determine what the Morse code was delivering before Harry announced what was going on.
Well, that's how, if I'm not mistaken, that's how Ronald Reagan got his start. He was doing play-by-play off the teletype. Yeah. Yeah, I know it wasn't Morse code, but he was using teletype, a ticker, to get the information.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those were the days. I used to know Morse code. I don't know Morse code anymore.
Yes.
So.
But that was quite fascinating. The other thing is, I still have a program that Hal Newhouser.
Oh wow.
And, Harry Greenberg assigned.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Treasures.
Yes, indeed.
Good deal. All right, Joe. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Thanks.
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye now. Dan is in Bay County. Dan, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Yeah, I'm on board with these things. I used to play a lot of baseball, and I'll tell you, I like the game when I played it to play it fast, and I think that's the way to play it. There's so many players years ago, I think, had a lot better hitting averages than they do today, stole more bases. I just don't see as much of that in the last, 10, 15, 20 years as I used to see back in the 70s, watching them when I was, more of a kid, and do the things that they're doing today. It hasn't really worked out. There's just too many people that take too long to get to the plate, do their thing, and just mess around.
Yeah, so you like the new rules then? You would like the new rules.
I like the new rules because I think we need more excitement with stealing bases. Too many guys have gone after players that maybe they're big-time hitters, but they strike out a lot. When you strike out a lot, even though you might hit 35 or 40 home runs, that's not exciting to me. Exciting to me is when the guy can go and steal bases, make great plays, and the outfield play good defense, and be at least an average or better hitter. In fact, I wanted the game speeded up. I always swung mostly at the first pitch is right there down the middle. I'm swinging at it. I'm not waiting. I'm not.
How many did you hit?
Most of them.
Oh, well, good. All right.
Yeah, my highest average was 460.
Oh, well, you played well.
Well, that didn't win. That didn't win the batting thing. It was runner up. So this was an adult league. So
yeah, very good.
But anyway, that's my take on the game today. We need more players and get more hits, and they'll get more hits by that deal of not shifting, and also bases being a little bigger. There might be a few guys that are bang plays might be safe now on the replays instead of being out.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Dan. Bye-bye now. And Tom is in Saginaw. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Thanks for the show. Question about the baseball rules.
Yep.
So with said that the infielders need to have their feet on the infield dirt. How about situations where there's a bunting situation? Does the third baseman need to stay back, or can he still come in on the infield grass?
He can come in on the infield grass.
He can come in on the grass for bunting, I think. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the infielders can't go to the outfield.
Okay. All right.
Well, it would be interesting if they had to keep their feet on the infield dirt, because that would enhance the game even more.
Yeah, it would.
So you know what I would do in that situation? I'd have my third baseman come down the line. You know that dirt path between home and third?
Yeah. Can't block the base runner, though.
No, but I'd have him start there.
Oh, there's going to be ways. You know there's going to be ways that guys are going to look to circumvent these things.
Yes.
Good question,
Yep.
Tom. I appreciate
Sure.
it.
Have a good day.
Thanks. Bye-bye now. All right. Let me take a break here, and we will be back. Let me talk to you about my friends at McDonald Ford, where I bought my cars for years, and I'm so excited to be able to talk about them after all these many years. Friends of the family, now Tom Jr. and Tom III that run the McDonald Ford dealership. They're right there in M47 in Freeland, but don't forget they're more than just a Ford dealer, because with their pre-owned lot, they have all kinds of marks: Chevys, Cadillacs, Jeeps, Lincoln, foreign. Chances are you're going to find it. I'm driving one of their used vehicles now. This one happens to be a Ford, but it's a Ford Ranger with the Tremor package. And the Tremor is their off-road package. This is a heck of a vehicle. And it's a 2022 available for you at McDonald Ford. It's been through their 100-point inspection. And, of course, if you buy one of the vehicles and you have a problem, they have a fabulous service department for minor or major repairs. They also have the Drive Collision Center for body work and the Quick Lane Center to help you with your routine maintenance. It's all waiting for you at McDonald Ford. And remember this, too. They're good corporate citizens. They recently paid off the Freeland High School library debt. Paid it off. So if you're thinking of a newer pre-owned vehicle, you think of McDonald Ford, where the staff treats you like family, because family is everything to the McDonald family. McDonald Ford, 6790 Midland Road in Freeland, devoted to helping and serving you.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is from Applied Training Solutions. You are going to get half off of a CPL class. It's normally $150, but you're getting this deal for just $75. A CPL class is necessary for anyone looking for the proper certification to apply for a concealed pistol license in the state of Michigan. And you must be 21 or older. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com. Ag your deal. RocketGrabPlus.com.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Divorce forces a father to focus on what's most important, his children. You may no longer be a husband, but you'll always be a dad. In the divorce process, this comes down to three key concerns: physical custody, decision-making, as well as financial support. Each of these is important, and it's important that you choose a lawyer that cares as much about these issues as you do.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell and Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com. If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now. Consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my Outdoor Magazine show Sunday mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on AM and 100.5 FM.
All right, let's talk to Errol in Saginaw. Errol, good morning.
Good morning, Arthur. How you doing?
All right.
Good. I was going to talk about guns, but this is too damn a happy occasion.
That's
with
right.
Hockey.
That's right.
And we're not talking about guns today. Well, you know where I grew up, Northern Ontario. We were born with hockey skates. Okay?
Right.
I played hockey from the time I was in Pee Wee League up until left the place. outside defense.
You there? Earl, you disappeared. It's the first time I've seen Earl do a disappearing act. What happened to Errol? All right. Let me see if is my cousin David on the line? David, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I've invited my cousin from Kansas City, Missouri to join me for a few minutes, mainly because David has been involved in baseball for most of his life in one way or another. He coaches. He's done some work with Kansas City. He's pretty good at baseball. So there's a whole bunch of rule changes, David, that have to do with the pitch clock, batters in the box timing, larger bases, pickoff limits, the shift. Is it going to be good for the game?
Well, I'm old school, Art. I really didn't care for the fact that they lowered the mound back in 19. I think it was 2011-12 when they lowered the mound to give the hitter more advantage. Care for the time clock. I believe that if the umpires would simply call the strike zone, it would speed up the game immensely, and you don't need all the rules. But one rule I'm really in favor of is the shift. I don't like the shift. It changes the way a pitcher has to pitch at times. It takes away sometimes his strength. And so I'm not in favor of a lot of the rules. Pitchers have enough problems. Most pitchers would probably pitch within the 15-second to 20-second rule, but there are those that take a lot of time, and an umpire can, by simply going out and talking to them, and again, if they continue to delay, they can call a ball.
Yeah, they've already had that ability, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Umpires have had it. There have been a lot of rules that don't get enforced, it seems, or that they take great liberties with.
That's true. Again,
has the game?
Go ahead.
Has the game gotten too long, though? Did they need to find a way to shorten it up?
I think the game has gotten too long. Anytime it goes over 3 hours, 30 minutes, but I honestly believe it has more to do with the strike zone. Again, there's too many walks. They don't make the batters hit. The batter's looking for the sweet spot right down the center of the plate. And a pitcher used to get corners a lot, inside pitches. Again, batters don't like to be thrown inside, but that's how I made my career was by throwing inside. Because
yeah, that's the way to do it, isn't it?
It is. It definitely is.
Let me ask about the notion that there's going to be artificial intelligence umpires where it's going to be electronic balls and strikes. I'm like you. I'm very old school. I like the fact there are umpires. Yeah, they don't always get it right, but if they're consistent, that's what counts. I would not want to see some kind of electronic monitoring of balls and strikes. How about you?
Well, again, I totally believe that too. But they're still going to have umpires on the field, even if there is an electronic strike zone, because if a ball, for instance, hits and goes over, it still has to be called by the umpire. The electronic is not going to make that call. And, they've been trying this, or they will be trying it again at AAA level at selected teams and whatever. They're going to be trying this. But I just don't see it. I think umpires have a very strong union. Umpires like Joe West have been here for a long time. I think that, is it Sanchez, the one umpire that everybody complains about, that makes terrific calls? Need to do a better job of working with the umpires and calling the traditionals.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how it all works out. I just wanted to get you on for a few minutes to get your opinions on it. The other thing about David, his last name is Gershon, and you're liable to hear that name because his son is about to head into the world of broadcasting, sports broadcasting, and he's outstanding.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. He's going to a broadcasting school called Full Sail University, and they're doing the Rollins baseball.
Yep.
And I'm very proud of Max. That was my degree, was radio broadcasting as well, and it's a fantastic.
All right, cousin, I'll be in touch, and thanks for joining us this morning.
I hope so. Thank you. It was great talking to you, Art.
All right, David. Bye-bye now. My cousin, David Gershon in Kansas City, Missouri. He's done a lot of work with the Kansas City Royals. He coaches a college off-season team where they bring in players from various colleges and universities who have a shot at the big leagues. And he's been at it for a long time. Anyway, we're going to take our last break and close out this hour. All of that coming up here on WSGW.
Retirement is more than a newly discovered free time. It's a time to reflect on how you'll be. You see, it's important to make proper arrangements now. Tune in to WSGW every Sunday at 8 a.m. to your Financial Empower Hour with Jason and Carl Kreiderman from Great Lakes Investment Advisors in Midland. Learn how to structure your retirement savings to increase the value of your estate and help leave the legacy you want. Plus, call Great Lakes Investment Advisors today, and they will include a combo maximizer at 989-835-7203. That's 989-835-7203. This commercial shall in no way be construed as solicitation to sell securities or advisory services of any state other than Michigan, or where should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors, a registered investment advisor in the state of Michigan.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, quick and easy. And realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language.
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. It's Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
All right, that wraps up the first hour of the Art Lewis Show. We thank you for joining us. Next hour, we start out talking with Craig Goslin from the Saginaw Spirit about the Memorial Cup and the playoffs getting started today. That is ahead after the news from CBS and the local report with Michael Percha. And then we'll be back with more on the Art Lewis Show. Stick around right after the news. We'll chat with you then.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Paul Gauguin Cruises.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A military spokesman says 9 people were killed when 2 helicopters collided during a routine training mission near Fort Campbell in Kentucky. CBS's Catherine Herridge says the choppers involved were HH-60 Blackhawks.
This is really the workhorse of the U.S. military for transportation, also for evacuations. And I think we use the words very lightly, routine exercises, but these can be very high risk. And unfortunately, we may have seen some of that risk play out last night.
They're expecting more details at a news conference getting underway now. There's been another freight train derailment in the U.S. This time, 22 cars of a BNSF train carrying ethanol and a liquid used in corn syrup went off the tracks in western Minnesota and burst into flames. WCCO TV's Pauline Lee from the small rural city of Raymond, west of Minneapolis.
About a half a mile radius around this crash site was evacuated. So crews are going door to door overnight trying to get people out. Some people were evacuated by emergency vehicles. Others were able to take their own vehicles, and they were all taken to a shelter, a school.
The cause of the derailment is under investigation. A Wall Street Journal reporter is jailed in Russia after he was arrested in the city of Yekaterina. The BBC's Steve Rosenberg is outside the courthouse in Moscow, where Evan Gershkovich's hearing took place today.
The FSB accused the Wall Street Journal reporter of unlawful activity and said he was suspected of espionage in the interests of the U.S. government. They claimed that Mr. Gershkovich was collecting classified information about a Russian defense plant. The charge of espionage carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.
The Journal vehemently denies those allegations. Back home, jobless claims were up a little. Bank rates, Mark Hamrick.
Week after week, we continue to look for a possibly big jump in the number of new claims for unemployment benefits, and we just haven't seen it. The Labor Department says new applications for jobless aid rose by 7,000 last week to 198,000.
There's nasty weather in the forecast for the nation's midsection tomorrow. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
The timing on this one from the afternoon straight into the overnight hours, and we've got the threat for tornadoes, damaging wind, and
Police in San Antonio say the owner of a truck stolen from a residential neighborhood used an Apple AirTag inside the truck to track it down to a strip mall parking lot. Then they say he killed the suspected thief. A family member of the shooter told police the suspect may have pulled a gun, but it's unclear if the person was actually carrying a weapon. Dow up 134. This is CBS News.
CBS News is brought to you by Paul Gauguin Cruises. Artfully authentic, all-inclusive year-round cruising to Tahiti and the South Pacific. Visit pgcruises.com today.
What's the most important part of a retirement plan?
Income is king because we all need income. And if you income plan, you don't have a retirement plan.
That's Kevin Ray, financial coach at Insight Folios. Kevin tells his listeners every week about the importance of income planning, minimizing taxes, and strategies to lead a worry-free retirement. Learn all about that and get your own complimentary financial review by calling 888-885-PLAN. That's 888-885-7526.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak. That's 800-401-6681.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
if these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Nice. Sunny skies and 26 degrees at 10:05. Good morning. I'm Mike Percha. Quick traffic notes to pass along. A traffic light on Tittabawassee Road near I-675 is completely out. Remember that when you're driving and stopping at a traffic light that is out, to treat it as a four-way stop. Saginaw has been elected to host the Canadian Hockey League's Memorial Cup in 2024. The Saginaw Spirit will join the 2024 champions of the Ontario and Quebec Major Junior Hockey Leagues in the competition. The two-week event draws thousands of spectators each year and generates tens of millions of dollars within the hosting community. Saginaw will be the first American city since 1998 to host the tournament and only the fourth American city to ever have the honor. The Canadian Hockey League will be hosting a press conference, which will be open to the public today at 1 o'clock in the atrium of the Dow Events Center to announce further details. A Flint convenience store operator has pleaded guilty to engaging in more than $1.1 million in fraudulent transactions. The Department of Justice announced 33-year-old Ranjit admitted before a federal judge to committing wire fraud. The DOJ says while working at Cheers Market in Flint, Gotra would allow customers benefiting from Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP benefits, to purchase ineligible items such as alcohol or tobacco, or to exchange their benefits for cash instead of food. Each time, Gotra would charge those beneficiaries roughly twice the value of the transaction in SNAP benefits. She faces up to 20 years in prison for wire fraud. In response to the name change of the gypsy moth to the spongy moth, the Bay County Gypsy Moth Program is changing its name. The moth had an official name change in 2020, and other invasive species is changing its name to be more accurate. The newly named Bay County Forest Sustainability Program will continue to work against invasive species. The program not only targets invasive species, but also preserves wildlife affected by them. The change will not have any effect on operations or millages. For more information about the change, call Jeremy Lowell at 989-895-4195. WSGW News Time 10:07.
Hey everyone, Eric Crane here with Crane's L&M Appliance Center. I understand how important it is to make sure you get the best bang for your buck. Well, now is the best time with our B4 tax refund sale. Pricing and rebates on GE, LG, and Frigidaire products. Tax refunds go further here at Crane's as we offer new, rebuilt, and scratch and dent appliances. Crane's L&M Appliance Center, 3260 Bay Road in Saginaw and 1556 West Carroll Road in Carroll, where we want to earn your business.
Mark your calendars for Our Kids World, Saturday, April 8th at the Fashion Square Mall from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sponsored by Francis Ray Academy and powered by Sarah Automotive. Free admission, Easter egg hunt, pictures with the Easter Bunny brought to you by the Exchange Clubs of Saginaw, and so much more. Plus, bounce out that energy in the kids zone with bounce houses provided by Bouncing Bellas. If your business would like to be involved, call 989-7456. Our Kids World, Saturday, April 8th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Fashion Square Mall. Sponsored by Francis Ray Academy.
WSGW News Time 10:08. The weather forecast is coming up. A major tool in the war against the current opioid crisis has been approved for sale over the counter. Officials with the Food and Drug Administration approved the sale of Narcan without a prescription, which makes it the first opioid treatment drug to be sold over the counter. The use of Narcan can reverse the overdoses of several drugs, including fentanyl, oxycodone, and heroin. According to the FDA, the use of those drugs exploded exponentially during the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, more than 1 America per year have been linked to the opioid crisis. United States Representative Alyssa Slotkin and U.S. Senator Ed Markey have reintroduced legislation on Wednesday to fund research on gun violence prevention at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Michigan News Source's Cheryl Fritz has this story.
Known as the Gun Violence Prevention Research Act, it would authorize $50 million each fiscal year over the next 5 years to boost the CDC's firearm safety and gun violence prevention studies. According to a release from Slotkin's office, the research would aid the effort to better understand and address the nation's ongoing pandemic. Slotkin was joined by students from Michigan State University and Oxford High School when she spoke at a press conference about the bills. For Michigan News Source, I'm Cheryl Fritz.
WSGW News Time 10:10. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. We'll see mostly sunny skies here for today with a high in the mid-40s. Southwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then for tonight, a chance for rain showers here late with cloudy skies, a low near 38. Friday, chance for showers, cloudy skies, a high of 59 degrees. Then by Saturday, a chance for rain, cloudy 7. By Sunday, mostly sunny sky conditions. We'll see a high of 50. Monday, partial sunshine returns, high around about 61. Tuesday, we do have a chance for rain showers here, partly sunny skies, high 55 degrees. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW weatherology forecast.
Currently, it's 29.
Now, The only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and on GW.com. The Art Lewis Show is presented by Westside Decorating Center.
Yes, indeed. Westside Decorating Center is the sponsor of our show, and you can find them at 5789 State Street in Saginaw with their expanded showroom and their new product lines, including countertops. You'll find it all for home decorating at Westside Decorating Center. We're going to start this hour talking a little bit about some major sporting news for this region. And we'll have more time to talk about it tomorrow, too. But I thought we'd talk to Craig Goslin, the president and managing partner of the Saginaw Spirit, because yesterday was a big day in Saginaw. Craig, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Yeah, we're feeling each other off the ceiling around here. It's been exciting times.
Well, tell us about the Memorial Cup and how this all came about.
Well, it's obviously it's the Canada's national championship, Art, and it's similar to the NCAA Final Four in basketball, where there's 60 teams in our league, and there's the Western Hockey League, the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and the Ontario Hockey League. And every year, the champion of those leagues will compete in the Memorial Cup, and the fourth team that competes in the Memorial Cup is the host team. And that's what we were bidding for, along with three other OHL communities, to be the host team in the 2024 Memorial Cup, and we were granted that privilege to host the cup. So that's kind of what it's all about. It's a big deal. It brings up an economic impact of $20 to $25 million to our community, and and we have a great hockey team. So a lot of good things happening here that allowed us to.
And it's the first time it'll be in the United States east of the Mississippi. It's never been here before.
Yeah, no, that's a great point, Art. It was in Spokane, Washington in 1998 with the Spokane Chiefs. And I believe Mike Babcock was the coach of that team, by the way. But it's never been in the U.S. When the Ontario Hockey League has its turn to bid. Now, the way the bid works, the bidding process works, is it rotates from province to province and from league to league. So this year, for example, the Western Hockey League, it's their turn to host the Memorial Cup, and so it's in Kamloops, British Columbia coming this year. All right, so then next year it's our chance, the Ontario Hockey League, it's our chance to host. So that's what we're bidding on. And of course, then the following year after us will go back to the Quebec League. So it just rotates between the three leagues.
So my mind works in strange ways. We've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
What happens? I posed this question last hour. What happens if the Saginaw Spirit were to actually win the OHL title next year?
Yep.
And also are the host team? Do they get a fourth team to come, or does it become a three-team Memorial Cup?
No, it's us in the OHL championship. Then would be the fourth team. So both teams would then they're playing in the OHL championship. Would compete for that championship trophy, and then both teams then also would be in the Memorial Cup the following week. So that's kind of how it works, and that's very possible. I mean, this team we have next year.
I know.
Zane Perek, Mateus Sopovalov, Andrew Oak. I mean, and that's one of the reasons we won the bid, is because we have 21 of our 24 players returning, and we have a loaded draft grid, and we've got a number of prospects that have. That look like they're going to be, prospects to be on the team next year that are elite. This is next year is lining up to be the best roster we've ever had in our 21 seasons, and that's and obviously the site selection committee, recognized that, and I think that's the reason that we won the bid over there. In fact, the other fact is that we have to have an unbelievable bid. Our community is incredible. Our community came together to put this bid together. We started this in October. And it's culminated, obviously, yesterday with being named the host.
So let's talk for a minute about the facility. I know we can get into this more tomorrow, but there will have to be some changes inside the Dow, and I've heard Robert Pellman say probably $8.5 million worth. What will happen?
Yeah. In order to host any kind of event of this nature, you have to be able to have VIP areas for the major title sponsors. And so we had to upgrade those areas. So the suite areas that we have at the Dow are getting upgraded with bathrooms. Some of the walls are getting pushed out to make them bigger. The visitors' dressing room is never been touched since 1972. And and we've been in there. I mean, a lot of your listeners have been in there, and it needed some. It needed more than TLC. You couldn't get a vacuum cleaner and a paintbrush and clean that thing up. It did. It needed to be redone and walls taken out and a lot of construction work. So Spence Brothers is doing that work, and the visitors' dressing room is going to be all redone and turned into a beautiful room. The rooms that are back behind it are also going to get reconstructed, renovated back in that area as well, and create, because we got to have 4 dressing rooms. We got the Spirit dressing room, we got the visitors' room that's going to get renovated. The rooms behind there are going to turn into one big dressing room, and then we're going to be bringing in a portable dressing room for the 4th team, and so everybody gets their own room, and they have that for the entirety of the Memorial Cup.
And how will all this construction impact what goes on at the Dow on a day-to-day basis? I mean, is there going to be interruption in the flow of shows and things of that nature at the Dow during the year?
Well, ASM Global manages our facility, and they've been working with the county, with Robert Bellman and the county commissioners, and also with Greg Bader at Kibbe and Associates. They got this figured out. They're professionals. We are blessed to have this group that is able to do these type of things and do them in a timely fashion. I have no doubt in my mind that all this work will be done, in a timely fashion. The majority will be done before we start the OHL season in late September.
So
they're going to be in there and making all these changes happen.
Tell us about this 1:00 press conference today, and is the public invited?
Yeah, thank you. Right, yeah, everybody's invited. We need to pack the atrium today at the Dow Event Center. The CHL is going to be, and Dan McKenzie, the president of CHL, is going to be, congratulating our community and introducing the Memorial Cup. We don't have the cup here, but he's going to be introducing the concept of the Memorial Cup and what it's really going to do for our community. So that's going to be at 1:00 today at the Dow Event Center atrium. So we invite all your listeners to come on out. It's open to everybody. 25-minute presentation, and we do expect to have a lot of people there. Obviously it's free and open to the public, and it's our first chance to shine. It's on CHL TV. A number of the TV outlets in Canada will be carrying this from coast to coast, and I know our local media here is all over it as well. So it's an opportunity. We really want to pack that atrium and have a lot of people there to show the excitement that we've got in our region for hosting the Memorial Cup here as the CHL is in the building.
It's very timely because tonight is the first game of the playoffs in Saginaw.
Yeah.
Against Flint.
We have a lot going on. Good to be able to have Flint and Saginaw competing against each other in the playoffs. All right, this is the first time. We made the playoffs 14 times. This is the first time we've played that franchise. We've been losing the Plymouth Whalers or the Firebirds. Never played them. And the math doesn't add up because there's 8 teams that make the playoffs every year, and you think that once every 8 years that we would that we make the playoffs and we would play that franchise, and we just never have through 14 years. So it was about time, and both teams are massively skilled, as you know, Art. You've seen them play. These are a lot of future NHL players on the ice, and I think it's going to be a 7-game series. As good as these teams are, as competitive as they are, when we're the 4th seed, they're the 5th seed. We were separated by 2 points during the regular season. We had 77 points; they had 75. It's just it's competitive as can be, and it's going to be fun because the Flint and Saginaw fans just are passionate about their teams, and we're excited to be able to present it to them.
Are tickets still available?
Yes, there's tickets available, and I don't know in Flint. I know they're getting close to sellouts in Flint right now. We've got tickets available for tonight and for Friday night at the Dow Event Center, and I think that we're somewhere right around 4,000 right now, and our capacity. For others, we got some seats, and we do expect it to get sold out.
I would
or
think
close to it anyway.
Yeah, I would think so.
But yeah, it's I know the store's been jammed here today, so it's
good.
So you can go online, get your tickets at SaginawSpirit.com. That's the best way to do it.
All right.
And if they're available, you can come to the Spirit store at 6321 State Street.
All right. So tomorrow we'll have a lot more time. And
awesome.
We'll talk a lot more about the details. And
fantastic.
Go Spirit.
Hey, thanks, Art. And we're grateful to this community for making this happen. It was a total community effort for the Memorial Cup.
Absolutely.
So thank you, everybody. Yeah.
All right,
thanks, Art.
Craig. We'll talk to you later. Take care.
Yeah, you bet. Bye.
Craig Goslin, President Managing Partner of the Saginaw Spirit Hockey Club. And we certainly wish the team well as they take on Flint. This backyard brawl, as some have called it, will be something to watch. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an exciting time. The stands will be packed because obviously it's only 40-minute drive between locations. So we expect a lot of Flint fans up, and we expect a lot of Saginaw fans going down to Flint too. Take a break. The remainder of the hour is open phones. Whatever you want to chat about, give us a call.
Saginaw Children's Zoo. The Saginaw be opening for the season on Saturday, April 15th. Take a wild adventure to the Saginaw Children's Zoo. Say hello to all your feathered, scaly, and furry animal friends and get some much-needed fresh air. The Saginaw Children's Zoo can't wait to see you. Visit SaginawZoo.com for details. Saginaw Children's Zoo.
Moments like hearing my cat purr good morning mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that is spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib. Ibrance 125 milligram inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in the hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
You know, I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Appear to be fading. Stocks opened higher. The gross domestic product for the holiday quarter has been revised lower, reading economic expansion at 2.6%. Also, the number of new claims for unemployment benefits rose last week to 198,000, though that's still consistent with a tight labor market. Intel shares opened up 1%. The chip maker says its data center chips will be ready sooner than expected. Roku is cutting about 200 jobs and shrinking some office space. Video game company Electronic Arts is also cutting hundreds of jobs. The Wall Street Journal says Facebook's parent company Meta to let users in Europe opt out of some highly personalized ads to limit the impact of a privacy order. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold Folio Protection Plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick the precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 Protection Plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. EACY.
WSW Online poll for you is about American values with that recent Wall Street Journal NOC survey. Comparing responses from 25 years ago, finding when it comes to the questions of patriotism, religion, and raising children, the responses percentage-wise are down compared to 25 years ago. Patriotism, 25 years ago, 70% very important, now 38%. The importance of religion, 62% then, 39% now. And raising children, 59% then, now it's 30%.
Well, those are some significant drops there.
By contrast, having money was the only value that was up from 25 years ago. So what is your view regarding American values of patriotism, religion, and raising children? You can vote, I think these values are very important. I don't think these values are very important. You can vote, you think that the having money value is more important, or you're not sure. You head to WSGW.com, you scroll down the homepage, you will find a poll box, and you can make your vote that way with WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Open phones for the remainder of the hour. And Errol fixed his phone, so he's back with us this morning. Errol, good morning. Errol, are you there? Maybe you. Oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah, I'm right here.
Good.
I said you promised to pay this bill. I'd give you one little job to do, and you missed it. Anyway, I'm not sure how far my mouth was running before I finally figured out the phone's dead.
You were telling us you were born on skates.
Okay, yes. I was born on skates, started playing hockey when I was in the Pee Wee League, and by the time I grew up, I just played high school hockey, and I played defense because I was chunky, and with a nasty disposition, so it was an ideal place to play.
Yeah.
And I've been good-natured ever since. So anyway,
yeah.
God bless an uncle of mine. He thought, well, I think I'm going to get him a pair of new skates for his birthday. So I used to take about size 7. Well, these skates were a little bigger. He thought I could go into them. They were size 13. Okay? I would have never gone into those skates. I used to have them hanging around here someplace. I think the moths ate them up. But like I said before, I think this is fantastic, and it's going to be good for everyone. It takes our mind off the other misery that we seem to hear about every morning we get up.
Yeah, this is all good news.
I've got to thank Greg Goslin and everyone else who put all the effort into bringing this here. I can't hardly wait, sir.
Good. Excellent. Look forward to it.
We're leaving guns alone for today. We're
all right.
Enjoy today.
Good enough.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right, let's talk to Joe in Bay City. Joe, good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Joe. That's me. Good morning. All right.
Good morning.
Good morning to myself.
There you go.
Let's get back to baseball for just a short minute
Sure.
here. And I want to thank you for having a John Fogerty center field song on at 9 o'clock, because until I hear that, spring isn't here.
Yep, that's the start. The other thing I look forward to, and I don't know if they're going to do it today or not, but the Ernie Harwell season starter was always a great piece of inspiration when he.
Oh, yeah, wasn't that something about the turtle? What was that?
Oh, yeah, in the house by the side of it was just a great piece,
Great, yeah. So anyway, hey, you're talking about, speeding up the game, this type of thing, and I think I mentioned before that definitely needed to be speed up. 3 hours is way too long. But let me get to the true baseball fan here. I'm going to give you 2 scenarios about baseball and see which one, as a baseball fan, that you may like. Let's say a team scores 4 runs in an inning, and here's 2 ways that they walk three batters. Home run, or batter comes up, hits a home run. You got 4 runs. Now that's okay. I mean, home run's good, especially if you have Aaron Judge on your team.
Sure.
Okay, or the first batter comes up, he hits a ball in the gap between left and center, runs at second base, throw comes in, and he just beats it. And the crowd goes crazy. Next guy comes up, puts an infield single, bang, bang play at first base, men on first and third, nobody else. Next guy comes up, hits a fly ball in the deep left center. Center fielder goes out there, smashes against the wall, doesn't catch it, trip, and he's on third base. All right?
Yeah.
Then the next guy comes up, hits another fly ball, shallow center field, and guy from third base tries to score. Bang, bang play at home plate. He scores. Dust flies. It's 3-0. Next guy comes up, hits a home run, and there's your 4 runs. Which inning would you want to watch?
Second one. But you're missing something. You're missing something.
What's that?
Rather than the guy on third scoring because another one's hit into the outfield, let's do a squeeze bunt.
Well, that absolutely. I didn't think about it.
Just for the fun of it.
You know, scoring runs like that is so much more fun. There's so much more action.
I agree. I agree. But,
the
you know,
home run is good.
but here's the thing about baseball. What's interesting about baseball is it takes a little of both. You can have both those innings in one game.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So-
Yeah. So I just wanted
right.
to call and give you my take on that, and John Fogarty center field. So now I can go on with my day, and the season begins, and everything's the sun shining, and so we're all good.
All right. Good enough, Joe. Thanks. Take
Okay,
care now.
thanks, Art.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And let's talk to Hound Dog. Hound Dog, good morning up in Oklahoma. What's up?
Hey, thank you, sir. I knew the answer to my question a few days ago. What time is first pitch?
3:10 today.
Okay.
Pre-game starts at 2:45.
Okay, thank you. And also, I heard your first caller last hour, but it kind of went in one ear and out the other. Do you know if Pat got that 7x5 glossy photograph I sent him?
I have no idea. Probably did. If you sent it to him, he got it.
Yeah, Tittabawassee is one heck of a word, ain't it?
Yeah, but you can thank the Native Americans for that.
No, I do thank them.
Absolutely.
But,
all right.
If you talk to him, see if he can send you a copy of that.
All right, I will.
Okay.
All right,
take
Hound
care.
Dog.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
sir.
one. Take care. Bye-bye now.
You too.
And that opens the lines for you, 989-752-6111. I'm not sure. Charlie, are you in the studio or you must not be. You're probably off with.
I'm here.
Oh, you're there.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. What is the piece I'm referring to they started the season with Ernie Harwell all the time? You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and if you'd like, I can play it for you, because I happen to have it.
How long does it run?
Oh, it's like 15 seconds.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay, play it.
Yeah, this is what traditionally Ernie would do on the very first preseason
Right.
broadcast.
Oh,
Yeah.
preseason, not even regular.
Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
thought
it was-
okay.
No, it's just the preseason. So let me call it up here, and I will. Give me 1 second here. I got to make sure I got the right one.
I'm watching you click.
Yep. All right, here you go.
For all the winter's past, the rain is over and gone, the flowers appear on the earth, the time of the singing of birds has come, and the voice of the turtle is heard in our land.
That was it. Yeah. Now it's baseball season. I feel better.
from the biblical Song of Solomon that he took to.
Yeah, it was what a great person he was, and what a great sportscaster he was. I mean, he was just. I had the privilege of meeting Ernie. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 times, and I also met Paul Carey a couple of times with Ernie. And what was funny about Paul Carey was, I remember the first time I met Ernie and Paul was up at a lumber company up in Coquitlam, someplace up there. They were there for an appearance, and we did a remote there. And I get there, and I introduce myself to Ernie, and I introduce myself to Paul, and Paul says, "Oh, I know who you are." I said, "How do you know who I am?" My wife, that is Paul's wife, was one of our biggest fans of Listen to the Misses when he was around this area. She used to listen all the time. And you know, all of a sudden you're standing there with really what I considered baseball royalty, and he's telling you all about your show instead of the other way around. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we have open lines for you. 989-752-6111. We'll be back with more.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown. What could be sweeter than that?
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, quick and easy. And soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
Go to Babbel.com. Try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hi, WSGW listeners. This is Mitch with Paintball on Bay Road in Saginaw. Do you remember in January when Paintball gave you the chance to win a complete detailing package for your vehicle? Well, we're doing it again. Now that spring's here, it's a great time to get rid of all that dirt, grime, and salt that's been building up all winter. We'll steam clean your carpets and seats, clean your wheels and engine bay, dress the tires, plus include a hand wash and wax and a tire shine and more. It's a $238 value. For your chance to win, enter online at WSGW.com. Scroll down and find the paintball box. You can enter once a day and closing details. Entry deadline is Thursday, March 30th at midnight. A random drawing will determine the winner. Again, I'm Mitch from Paintball, and we're ready to make your vehicle look and feel like new again. Remember, Paintball is your go-to for minor collision repair, along with professional detailing, rust proofing, and much more. Make sure you enter the paintball contest online at WSGW.com.
The WSGW Broadcasting Studios are sponsored by the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center in Midland.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. A caller reminded me that we were at Central Michigan Lumber when Ernie and Paul Carey were there, and she got an autographed ball. Congratulations. Wayne is in Beaverton. Let's talk to Wayne this morning. Morning, Wayne.
Good morning, Mr. Lewis. How are you?
We're doing well, thanks.
I just wanted to be a little nostalgic. Back in 1987, you had Ernie Harwell on your show one morning. Either he was doing a remote or whatever, but people were allowed to call in and talk to him. And at that time, right before season started, Sparky Anderson had made a prediction. Tigers were going to win their division that year, and everybody kind of thought, wow, this is, they won it in 84 all the way. But so I called and asked Ernie, just tongue-in-cheek, what does Sparky know something the rest of us don't? And he said, he knows probably more about that team inside and out than anybody. And by God, they won it on the last game of the season with Frank Tanana pitching a one-hitter against Toronto Blue Jays.
Sparky Anderson was, by any measure, one of the most unique and fabulous baseball managers that ever donned the uniform.
I agree with you there 100%.
He was phenomenal. So was Billy Martin in a different way, but Billy Martin was unique too, to say the least.
Right. The only person I think that Detroit's had since Sparky that even comes close was Jim Leland.
Yeah, Leland was he was a unique individual too. I had the pleasure of chatting with him a couple of times in my career, and he was very laid back but very knowledgeable and funny. Boy, did he have a sense of humor that very few people saw, but boy, he had a great sense of humor.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to share that with you, seeing we're getting ready for opening day. So.
I'm glad you did, Wayne. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye now.
Take care. Bye-bye now.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Yeah, listen, and I have to tell you, I'm a fan of A.J. Hinch. I think he has the right managerial chops to run this team. And with the new front office, I look for good things from the Tigers. They've drafted pretty well. They've brought some of these young players along in a proper fashion rather than throw them to the wolves, so to speak. I'm hopeful for the Tigers. I don't know about this year. I in our predictions this morning, I said that I think they'd be over 500, but they won't make the playoffs. And I think I said 83-79 for a win-loss total. Now, I'm also quite cognizant of the fact that my predictions on the finishing of the Tigers has been terrible over the past seasons. Every time I predict they'll win, they lose. So I broke one of my very old New Year's resolutions, and that was to not make any predictions about the Tigers. But I keep breaking that resolution, and they keep losing. When am I going to learn? I don't know. I have hopes that this will be a better season for the Tigers. Middle of the pack, not on top, but making their way up. Watch out for the next couple of years because I think they've got a tremendous potential. We'll see what happens. All right, the lines are open for you. You can give us a jingle at 989-752-6111. More coming up.
Mark your calendars for Our Kids World. Square Mall from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sponsored by Francis Ray Academy and powered by Sarah Automotive. Free admission, Easter egg hunt, pictures with the Easter Bunny brought to you by the Exchange Clubs of Saginaw, and so much more. Plus, bounce out that energy in the kids zone with bounce houses provided by Bouncing Bellas. If your business would like to be involved, call 989-752-3456. Our Kids World. Saturday, April 8th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. at Fashion Square Mall. Sponsored by Francis Ray Academy.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. And now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a $10 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month. a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, Select Quote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call Select Quote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to selectquote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. So, job, you save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Inflation is nothing more than legalized theft, because with every new round of money printing, the value of your 401k or IRA is decreased through the dilution of the money supply. Hi, I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and while you can, I highly recommend you consider physical gold for your retirement account. Why? Because gold provides real wealth preservation that can withstand anything. Even better, with a gold IRA from Birch Gold Group, you pay no penalties or taxes when you transfer retirement funds. To learn more, text the word HEDGE to 989898. And my friends at Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold IRA company I trust. So text HEDGE to 989898 to request your free info kit right now.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial. I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-771-1300. 800-771-1300.
Hello, Michigan. I'm John Gonzalez.
And I'm Amy Sherman. We've got big news.
We're back! And you can join us Sundays at 1 p.m. as we once again go behind the mitten.
We'll take you to every corner of the state, sharing the stories that make Michigan great.
Find a hidden gem or a new favorite spot that might be located right in your hometown.
We'll go above the bridge and taste our way across the state.
Join us Sundays at 1 p.m. right here on 100.5 and 790 News Radio, WSGW.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my out day mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
Ground ball. Base hit into right. 3,000 for Miguel Cabrera.
Tomorrow, it's opening day. Coverage at 2:45 on 790 News Radio W.
Forget that, folks. Today is opening day. I read the wrong one. Today is opening day, 2:45 on WSGW, and 3:10 is the first pitch. Sure sign of spring. Here is another sure sign of spring from the Michigan DNR. And this caught my eye. It's from the WWJ newsroom. The Michigan DNR urges residents to put away their wild bird feeders this spring and summer. Now you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, I like to look at wild birds. I put the feeders outside my window. I can watch the birds. I have a great time. Well, here's what you're not considering. Bears. Because the Michigan Department of Natural Resources, the reason they're urging you to remove your bird feeder this spring and summer is to avoid attracting and experiencing problematic interactions with wild bears. The black bear's winter slumber will soon be over. They come out of hibernation. And in late March to early May, the bears leave their dens and begin looking for food to replenish their bodies. And as they rejoin us in search of their nourishment, it's important to remember that human behavior affects bear behavior. That was in the DNR news release. So with that in mind, they released a list of tips for preventing problematic bear behavior this spring. And number one on the list, remove bird feeders during the spring, summer, and fall. Birds have an abundance of natural food sources, during these seasons. I'm having trouble today. The DNR says if you like viewing birds from the comfort of your home, consider planting native flowers and shrubs this spring that will draw the birds in. Even a small planter of native wildflowers will do the trick. Planting native species for the first time can be a daunting task, but Audubon's Plants for Birds database can help, providing information on important food sources and what each native plant provides and which birds they attract and where to plant and all kinds of other additional resources for amateurs and green thumbs alike. Well, I understand this. I think it depends where you live, obviously. If there have been bear sightings in your region, anywhere even close, then yeah, heed the call. Take down the bird feeders. If you live somewhere where there's never been black bears and, not likely you'll ever see one, I don't know. I'm not sure I would take it down that quickly. But I understand what they're doing. They're coming down on the side of safety for all of us. So something to think about. Something else caught my attention. We've talked a lot about artificial intelligence and where it may lead us and what it may do for us and what it may replace. Elon Musk, among others, has called for a pause on artificial intelligence because he cites profound risk to society. And more than 1,000 tech leaders, researchers, and others signed an open letter urging a moratorium on the development of the most powerful artificial intelligence systems. And developers are locked in an out-of-control race to see who can develop and deploy even more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control. That's the interesting question about artificial intelligence. It's one thing to have artificial intelligence on your computer and ask it to write you a letter or do something. But what happens when you build artificial intelligence into, let's say, a robot? And a robot that's getting to be more and more human-like in their form. At what point do you run the risk of that robot taking over? An emotionless robot guided by artificial intelligence with full autonomy, because that's the possibility. And when someone no less like Elon Musk, who, whether you like him or not, he's a tech genius, comes forth with the notion that we got to put the brakes on, we probably ought to be listening to him. He knows this stuff better than anyone. Because on the one hand, It benefits him in SpaceX. Artificial intelligence can help in the launching and controlling of spacecraft. That's a plus for Elon Musk. How much of it do you want in your automobile? From a safety standpoint, it can probably produce a safer drive. But what's the risk? And I don't have the answers. I'm looking at this article and saying to myself, wow, these are the people that deal in this stuff and they're worried about it. When Elon Musk comes forward and says he's worried about the future of artificial intelligence and how it can control us and what we don't know about it right now, I mean, that gives you pause. Whether you like him or you don't like him, you can't deny his genius. So when people like that speak, you tend to listen. They know far more about it than I do, that's for sure. Absolutely a ton more about it than I do. Something to think about. Something we'll talk about in the future. We'll take our last break, and then when we come back, we'll tell you what's happening on Focus.
Baseball is back. Join the Great Lakes Loons for opening day, April 7th at Dow Diamond. The first 1,000 fans receive our 2023 magnet schedule absolutely free. It's Feast Friday presented by Isabella Bank. Enjoy $2 hot dogs, dollar chips, sodas, and ice cream sandwiches all night long. The 2023 season is so big, it's like stuffing 10-pound bag. Tickets are selling fast. Get yours now at loons.com. Dive in. It's Loons baseball time.
Heart failure, carpal tunnel syndrome, shortness of breath, stomach issues, lower back pain. How does it all add up? If you have heart failure and any of those seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, it's time to talk with your cardiologist and get the full picture. They may add up to transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy. ATTR-CM is a rare and underdiagnosed disease. Recognize the signs and discuss them with your doctor soon. Learn more at connectwithyourheart.com. That's connectwithyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
If you have unfiled tax to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right. There we go. That'll do it for this edition of the Art Lewis Show. Back tomorrow, Friday, with lots more. Don't forget the press conference, 1 o'clock at the atrium of the Dow, if you'd like to hear more about the Memorial Cup coming to Saginaw. Stick around now for the news from CBS, and then the local report with Michael Percha. After that, we will be back with Focus, and on Focus today, we're going to talk to Jason from Applied Training Solutions in Midland. That's what's coming up.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Steel.
I'm Steve Kathan. The military says 9 people were killed in it. Size gone wrong. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
The 2 Black Hawk helicopters went down in an open field, according to Brigadier General John Lubis.
At approximately 10 p.m. last night, 2 of our Black Hawk helicopters were involved in a crash during a planned training flight in Cadiz, Kentucky, that resulted in the death of all 9 service members aboard the aircraft.
Next of kin notifications are still underway, as is the investigation into what happened. Kentucky's Governor Beshear called it a tough and tragic day for the state.
There's been a court appearance in Russia for an American reporter for the Wall Street Journal, Evan Gershkovich, Ural Mountains, on espionage charges. CBS's Charlie D'Agata.
He has since appeared in court where he was charged and entered a plea of not guilty in a Moscow courtroom. Nobody was allowed in that courtroom. No journalist, not even his own lawyer.
And the paper denies he was after any classified information. The music filled the air last night in Nashville.
The world needs now.
At a vigil for the 3 kids and 3 adults shot and killed at their school. Police Chief John Drake.
From your support, we gather strength and the will to carry on in the protection of our. May you too be strong as we face the coming days.
Everyone was told to leave Raymond, Minnesota, population about 800, as a precaution after a freight train derailed and caught fire. WCCO TV reporter Pauline Lee.
They got a knock on the door and they said, hey, there's been a train derailment, you gotta go. And some of them didn't even have time to take, a lot of belongings. They didn't even have time to get into their own cars. They had to be evacuated with emergency vehicles.
22 cars of the Burlington Northern Santa Fe train left the tracks. Some contain ethanol. The scene's about 100 miles west of Minneapolis. Gwyneth Paltrow's lawyers are today in the suit brought against her for a ski slope collision. The Utah jury could begin deliberating later today. It's opening day in Major League Baseball, a season that will feature larger bases, a pitch clock, and limits on defensive shifting.
It was a very clear indication from fans that they wanted a game with more action, better pace, less reliance on strikeouts and home runs.
Commissioner Rob Manfred says early reviews from players and coaches in spring training have been positive. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 86 points. This is CBS News.
Find tools for the job site or your 10,000 authorized local steel dealers. Find yours at steelusa.com, STIHLUSA.com.
Hi, I'm Tom Kreitler, host of the Money Pit Home Improvement Show. If you think you need a new roof, think again. You can avoid replacement and save thousands with RoofMax, the world's first roof rejuvenation treatment. RoofMax is a safe, easy, and affordable alternative to costly asphalt roof replacement, and it's guaranteed. So don't replace RoofMax.
RoofMax, a safe, easy, proven, affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. Call Ben today at 859-6751 or go to GetRoofMax.com for a free quote.
Finding great people. Find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Natalia, solid dismount, but that little pause is a deduction.
Top tumblers hope to stick the landing with Coach Jasmine.
That aerial sequence still needs work.
She needs more certified athletic trainers to find her balance.
Focus. I'm going to need you for the all-around. Wait, who's spotting the vault?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with on Indeed, match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
Sunny skies and 30 degrees at 11:05. Good morning, I'm Mike Percha. The Saginaw Police Department is joining with the Michigan Department of Highway Safety for an initiative called You Drive, You Text, You Pay. Throughout the month of April, officers with the Saginaw Police will be reminded caught texting about the dangers of distracted driving. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Association, distracted driving accounted for 14% of injury crashes and 8% of all traffic fatalities, accounting for more than 3,100 deaths in 2020. Drivers caught texting in Michigan are facing fines of $100 for a first offense, $200 for each subsequent offense. Michigan State Police and Attorney General Dana Nessel are teaming up to educate people about cryptocurrency scams. Officials warn cryptocurrency, which is a form of digital money that can be exchanged for real money, is to steal from people. Police urge Michiganders to be aware of the dangers of these scams and to take care when someone you know approaches you with investment opportunities that involve cryptocurrency. State police say you should not let strangers get access to your computer or your accounts, and that real organizations will not ask you for sensitive information. To stay updated about potential scams or to report an incident, contact the Attorney General's Consumer Protection Team at 877-765-8388. The 2023 Congressional Art Competition is now open for submissions. High school students are being asked by Congressman John Molinar to submit their arts to the Congressional Art Competition in his district. Teenagers in Michigan's 2nd District have until April 23rd to enter in the contest by mail to the Congressman's office in Clare. The first place winning piece of art will be on display at the U.S. Capitol for a year. Runners-up will be on display in the Congressman's office. For more information and to submit art, .gov/services/art competition. WSGW News Time 11:07.
You've got a lot riding on your operation, and you need a hired hand that goes the distance to tackle bigger chores and reach bigger goals. So go big and get it done with a Bobcat compact track or skid steer loader. Bobcat, it's one tough animal.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. In my truck, I'll remember to follow at a safe distance. When you need to merge in front of a truck, please leave plenty of space. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
And we're back with the final question. Are you ready?
Yep. I'd like to go ahead and answer the question.
I envy your confidence, but the producers are saying I have to ask the question.
All right, then.
For higher yields, which seed treatment fights hardest against nematodes?
The answer's Illevo seed treatment.
That's correct.
Yeah, I know.
What a show. And the right answer will still be Illevo seed treatment. BASF, we create chemistry. Always read and follow label directions.
WSGW News Time 11:08. The weather forecast is coming up next. U.S. Senator Gary Peters is working to increase support for victims of human trafficking. Bipartisan legislation authored by Peters is designed to increase the Department of Homeland Security's ability to fight human trafficking, and it's moving forward in the Senate. The legislation expands the Homeland Security Victim Assistance Program, which provides support to those impacted by human trafficking. According to the National Human Trafficking Hotline and the Polaris Project, there were more than 16,000 sex trafficking victims and survivors in the United States in 2020. The bill has moved to the full Senate for consideration. Offset the cost of healthy meals are about to get a big boost. Amanda Brazel is the Policy and Engagement Specialist for Groundwork Center. She explains the extra money will immediately help underwrite the cost of school lunches in Michigan.
We did receive $9.3 million in funding for the 2022-2023 school year. That by itself is going to absolutely increase the amount of students that we're able to serve.
When schools purchase fresh fruit and vegetables from a Michigan farmer, they can submit receipts to the 10 cents a meal farm to school grant, which will make healthier choices more affordable for kids while also investing in locally grown food. Don't feed the birds is what the Michigan Department of Natural Resources is saying this season as they urge residents to remove bird feeders to avoid attracting wild bears. While metro areas will probably not, houses up north might be experiencing problematic interactions with black bears. According to the DNR, human behavior affects bear behavior, and you don't want to give the bear a reason to hang around your residence. While bears rarely attack people, if you do encounter one, the DNR says to stand your ground, do not run away. WSGW News Time 11:10. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. We'll see mostly sunny skies here for today with a high in the mid-40s. Southwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for tonight, a chance for rain showers here late with cloudy skies, a low near 38. Friday, chance for showers, cloudy skies, a high of 59 degrees. Then by Saturday, a chance for rain, cloudy, and a high around 47. Sunday, mostly sunny sky conditions. We'll see a high of 50. Monday, partial sunshine returns, high around about 61. Tuesday, we do have a chance for rain showers here, partly sunny skies, high. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW Weatherology Forecast. Currently, it's 31.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com. Focus is presented by RoofMax. That's RoofMax with 2 X's.
Indeed, RoofMax sponsors Focus on WSGW. Safe, proven, easy, and affordable alternative to asphalt shingle roof replacement. Find out about RoofMax online, and you can do that by going to getroofmax.com, RoofMax with 2 X's, or you can call Ben at 989-859-6751 and chat with him about RoofMax. I mentioned that I thought Applied Training Solutions was on today, and I'm wrong. It's on Rocket Grab, and that's where I got confused this morning. So what I'm going to do is actually take a little bit of time here to tell you about Applied Training Solutions and their Rocket Grab offers. But first, you must be signed up with Rocket Grab to take advantage of the offers. That's easy to do, and it's free. You go to rocketgrabplus.com and spell out the word plus, rocketgrabplus.com, and just sign up. Costs you nothing. You do not have to give them any information, credit card information or anything like that. The only time you need to do that is if you want to buy one of the products that's offered at least half off. And such is the case for this offer from Applied Training Solutions. They are offering a CPL class normally valued at $150. Here is your opportunity to take the CPL class for only $75. And it's located right inside the Midland Mall. Now, if you know anything about CPL, you may ask yourself, but wait a minute. I've got to be able to shoot a gun for my CPL training. Well, they got you covered. Here's the way it works. The CPL class is like a 5-hour classroom session. And then there are 2 hours of virtual firing on their computer system. And then 1 hour of outdoor live fire. That's all part of that CPL program. Normally $150. Yours for only $75. It's a concealed carry training session. Session 1 is the classroom, and session 2 is live fire qualification. CPL class, of course, is necessary for anyone looking for the proper certification to apply for a concealed pistol license in the state of Michigan. And you must be 21 or older. And I will also tell you, this voucher is good until April 5th of next year. So you have a lot of time to decide when you want to use it. 50% off that training class from Applied Training Solutions. And they have a computer system inside the mall that's an amazing computer system that allows you to practice without firing any ammunition. It's all electronic. I tried it out. It's a great system. Teaches you how to react to different situations. And they're really good teachers. They know what they're doing. They've had lots of experience. Applied Training Solutions, 50% off for their CPL class. Let's take a look at a couple of other things in Rocket Grab Plus, since I'm in there already. This season is coming pretty quick. It's half off an adventure at Frankenmuth Aerial Park for one person for a 2-hour session. Normally a $43 value, yours for $21.50. You save half price. You can do their rope courses and their zip lines, and they have different levels for different abilities. And typically, depending on the courses you choose in a 2-hour session, you could take in 2 to 4 full courses. Frankenmuth Area Park, $43 value for only $21.50. Food is always big on Rocket Grab Plus. Here is half off a $20 gift certificate to PJ's Pizzeria in Pinconning. $20 certificate for only $10. PJ's Pizzeria is a family-owned business. It's been a staple in Pinconning for over 30 years. They offer the best ingredients, hospitality, and value for your hard-earned dollar. Their diverse menu features their famous stromboli, as well as amazing pizzas, incredible power nuggets, grinder sandwiches, chicken wings, delicious garlic knots, and of course, everyone's favorite, breadsticks. PJ's also offers catering, pizza grill party options, and on-site party facility too. So again, PJ's Pizzeria in Pinconning, a $20 gift certificate, yours for only $10. How about this? A trip to Firekeepers Casino on a limo bus from Mid-Michigan Limo. A $100 value for only $50. Sunday, April 23rd. You'll depart Alpha Media Saginaw at 10 o'clock in the morning. Get to Firekeepers Casino and Resort around noon. Stay there for 4 hours. And then return back to Alpha Media by 6. Guests with rewards cards already step off the bus and begin getting their Vegas on. If you do not have a reward card, you will be signed up instantly, and free play is loaded within a matter of minutes. And if we have 25 or more guests, who we expect we will, you get $20 in free slot play and $5 in points for all guests. Points can be used for food, drink, merchandise, and more. Fewer guests, and it'll be $15 in slot play. Bring your rewards card with you if you have one already. Your process for getting off the bus and getting their Vegas on will be seamless. Must be 21 years of age to enter Firekeepers Casino. You must present valid identification, either a U.S. state driver's license, U.S. state identification card, or military ID. Again, $100 value for only $50 on the 23rd of April to Firekeepers Casino and Hotel. Looking forward to it. Let me take a moment to tell you about Krizak's House Family Restaurant, proud to be a business that serves this area with the finest in dining and takeout services, and grateful for all of you who have supported them. They look forward to serving all of you once again. Every day is takeout day at Krizak's. Today from 11 to 7, Friday and Saturday 11 to 8. Krizak's House Family Restaurant at the corner of Cass and Michigan on Bay City's south side. For takeouts, reservations, parties, events, give them a call at 989-894-5531. Krizak's.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory service. Registered individuals through AA Wealth Management, LLC.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
This is a test. U is conducting a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test. This is a test of the emergency alert system on WSGW. Equipment that can quickly warn you during emergencies is being tested. WSGW serves Saginaw, Bay, and Midland counties, along with the surrounding area. This concludes this test of the emergency alert system on WSGW.
If you could wave a wand and change one thing about your house, what would it be?
Hold that thought, but forget the wand. Home improvement isn't magic.
If you're a do-it-yourselfer, we can show you the tricks of the trade for remodeling and repair.
And how to not get fooled when you're choosing and directing a contractor. Hi, I'm Tom Kreitler.
And I'm Leslie Segretti, phoning your fix-up questions here this weekend.
On the Money Pit Home Improvement Radio Show.
The Money Pit, Saturday mornings at 9 on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW.
Thank you for being 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW. In the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
All right, we're back with you on Focus with a couple of minutes remaining. We'll look at a few other items in the Rocket Grab Plus store. And they include a $25 gift certificate to Bell's Barkery and Boutique for $12.50. Bell's Barkery and Boutique is a trend-setting online store offering first-rate products and exceptional customer service to shoppers from the comfort of their own homes. They're a business made up of innovators and forward thinkers with drive and wherewithal to constantly update and improve the online shopping experience. Their pet treats are all natural, and Bell's Barkery and Boutique is licensed through the state of Michigan. Their online store has become synonymous with quality. They ensure a continuous variety of fantastic merchandise that fits any budget. Check them out. Start shopping today. And again, it's a $25 gift certificate for only $12.50. Got a garage door, and maybe it needs a tune-up? Well, here's a tune-up for you. 50% off a garage door tune-up from Mid-Michigan Garage Door. It's a $100 value for $50, and the tune-up includes residential only, maximum of 8 foot tall, full lubrication of the door, includes the rollers, the hinges, the bearings, the springs, and the opener drive gear. They'll adjust the spring tension and opener chain and belt. It includes a full door and opener inspection for possible future issues. They ask that you are within a 50-mile radius of their Midland office. Mid-Michigan Garage Door is the go-to business for all types of garage doors and openers in communities throughout the Great Lakes Bay region. From initial contact to final product, Chip and Katie personally visit your home or business, help with the design process, and also get necessary measurements to ensure accuracy. Again, 50% off a garage door tune-up from Mid-Michigan Garage Door, a $100 value for only $50. Couple of gift certificates from Sung Ni, 50% off a one-year adult VIP membership to Sung Ni Fit Club in Saginaw. Normally a $959 value, yours for only $480. And 50% off one-year kids taekwondo, or half off one-year kids jiu-jitsu at Sung Ying in Saginaw. $1,548 value for only $774. Just a sampling of the various things that are available on RocketGrabPlus.com. All right, we're going to take our last break, come back and move off to the farm show. Let me ask how you slept last night, because in this day and age, we're asked to do more for less. So when we spend approximately 1/3 of our life in bed, we really need quality sleep, and you can get that sleep on a mattress from Sanitary Mattress. They've been making custom mattresses since 1935. Rest assured, the Sanitary Mattress you're sleeping on was made right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Further, the money you spend stays right here in the local economy. In addition, Sanitary Mattress offers 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home. You don't have to wait around all day. Sanitary Mattress can also make a custom mattress for your RV or boat, something the box stores can't do. Next time you need a mattress, think of Sanitary Mattress. Put them in your GPS at 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, or call them at 989-753-1757. Check them on the web at sanitarymattress.com. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sanitary Mattress Company, where you'll find everything from a crib to a king and everything in between.
Mark your calendars for Our Kids World, Saturday, April 8th at the Fashion Square Mall from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sponsored by Friend Academy and powered by Sarah Automotive. Free admission, Easter egg hunt, pictures with the Easter Bunny brought to you by the Exchange Clubs of Saginaw, and so much more. Plus, bounce out that energy in the kids zone with bounce houses provided by Bouncing Bellas. If your business would like